got everything sealed. So what we're going to do is start burning the feathers on the tail and the wings. And we'll have to also put in the quill lines as well. Now the sealer I was using, it's a like I said, it's a 50-50 mixture of lacquer and lacquer thinner. And you can buy the lacquer thinner at most any home stores like Home Depot or Lowe's. But the clear lacquer thinner is hard. I finally found it at an auto body shop where they sell paint supplies and things for painting cars, and they have clear lacquer there. And it doesn't matter what kind of lacquer thinner that you use, as long as it'll mix in with any of the lacquer products. So just mix those 50-50. The first thing I do before I start burning is I go to the feathers where the quills are going to be seen, and I just draw a line in where the quill lines will go, and just draw myself lines where they'll all be. Like this.
Introducing Aqualine by Live Pure, your daily boost for weight loss, energy, and balance. Aqualine is a powerful blend of L-carnitine by Carnipure to help burn fat and use it for energy, and powerful prebiotics to not only support gut health, but promote better digestion and balance within. Aqualine is effortless wellness, designed to help you reach your weight loss goals and feel great along the way. So discover Aqualine today, because you deserve to feel your best.
Same way on the others here. And then we have just a quill line on this one, and a quill line on this one. You won't see them on these because they obviously fall up underneath the other feathers. And the tail, if you look at the tail feathers, the quills tend to run closer to the edge of the feather. So on this one, on this particular one here, the quill is going to run closer to the outer edge of the feather. Not right completely down the middle. You have some that'll show right here, right there on the tips of these, just barely. And then, like so. And you flip it over, and you'll find that they will run as well along closer to the outer edge. If these feathers, these are flight feathers, they don't want them to be too close to the middle or back, because what will happen is we just break their feather in flight. So it runs along the stiff edge of the feather itself. Now I have all of those drawn in like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'll start burning the feathers, and I'll start at the tail. What I will do is I will burn, I start at either side, it doesn't matter. I start on the right hand side of the tail, pistons, and I'll burn from the bottom up. And everything is not straight lines, they're kind of curved lines. To give you an idea, this is the lines come off at an angle. You can draw yourself flow lines if you want to. Just draw flow lines like that. You can see the small flow lines. I burn at a heat that's just where it just turns it brown. The tip that I normally use is a skew tip. It's real sharp, and it burns a nice clean fine line. And before I start, I usually try to strop this off just to clean some carbon off from where I've burned before. I just use a standard strop that I have, and I just clean the tip up like that, both sides. And I just turn it over and work it off on the other side of the leather. So what I have now is have a nice clean tip to work with, and it'll burn cleaner as I start using the burner itself. So I have this particular burner I have it set on about 3. You'll may have to adjust your burner as you go, depending on the brand of burner that you're using. But I use this one to burn just about any kind of feather with it. So we'll start with this tail feather. With this tail feather on the right hand side, the bottommost tail feather. And on the right hand side, if you're right handed like I am, I start burning on the right side. I burn that way. When my next stroke, I can see where I'm putting it against the next one I burn. If I'm burning backwards, I can't see that, it blocks it. So I always, if you're left-handed, of course the reverse is true. So let's put this quill in right here. Just very lightly put it in. There's the quill that I've burned in, like that. You can see. Quill. And then I will just simply burn the lines on the other side of that quill. And then I start over here, and I start burning the tail. I have to burn it backwards just a little bit to get that part of the tail started. Now it's just a matter of burning each line. Take your time doing this. Like I said, they're not straight lines. Get as close together as you can. I've had some Cajun carvers accuse me of burning things too tight, but I think it looks good when you get them as close together as you can. As you see, I'm keeping everything as close as I can. Just put it right up against the next feather, just draw it out. If you've got feathers that you made them too thin, be careful that you don't punch through. Use a very light touch to it. As I get done burning a few sections, I'll probably stop and seal them. That way I'll have everything sealed as I go. So you just continue this, burning these feathers just like that, all across the tail. I'll put this middle quill in so you can see how I put that in, and it's the same process for all the other feathers. So first of all, I just take that line I drew in, and I very lightly put the tip in, and I draw it down that line, being very careful when I get to the end not to just slip off. Now I go, it's wider at the top here, it goes to a point down here. So I start just a little bit off the other pattern, and I draw it down, getting narrower as I go, like that. So there's my middle quill. And when I get ready to burn up again, it'll be ready to go when I burn. I can go ahead and burn in all the other quills if I want to. Sometimes I just burn them all in, and sometimes I just leave them alone, do them as I go. In this case, I'll show you how I put them in there, so that you'll know how to proceed with it too. Be careful when you put your finger up against here, because it can slip. It does burn. Mine, in case are real sharp, it also will cut and burn and heal the wound all at the same time. So be careful as you're doing that. Don't burn yourself. These canes can get real hot. So as you can see, I have started burning these. I'm doing it at an angle. I'll do the same thing to all of these feathers, including going on the other side. And then when I get these burned, then we'll go to the wing feathers, and I'll show you how to put the quills all in that, and I will burn all of that. So I'll proceed on with the tail and get it done. Now we're going to show how to burn a full feather. We've burned the edges. Let's at the very top feather. We'll show how we burn it. Like I said, everything on this feather, when you do a feather, it's angled lines. It's not straight out. So I just burned that in as a flow line for myself. So I just come over here and repeat those all the way down to that one. Try to burn as close as you can to them. Go right up to the quill. Stay as tight as you can with it. Notice I said that I'm right-handed, so therefore I start at the top on the left-hand side. When I burn the other side, I'll start at the bottom and go to the top. That's so that I can see, as you can see, I can see my next placement for the burn line. As I burn, I know how close to get to the next one. Just keep it consistent. You'll notice that some of the burn lines are darker in the wood than others. That just has to do with how the grain of the wood is. It has nothing to do with the heat of the pen. The heat of the pen is still consistent. I told you I have my particular brand set on a 3, but I would suggest before you burn, you pick up a piece of wood that you've used to carve with and check the temperature on that scrap piece of wood before you put it on the carved piece. Now you'll notice as the barbed lines start to get towards the tip of the feather, they start to almost parallel the actual quill itself. So you see that's one done. Notice I didn't make them straight like a Christmas tree. Most people have a tendency to do that, but they're just curved lines. Now I'll do the other side, and it's done the same way. Start at the bottom, and just work my way up. Notice I'm going right along the edge of that quill. Everything nice and tight at an angle. Just keep it steady. It's really important that you keep the burning pin sharp too. The thinner you got the thinner your cut line is, the better it is. And sometimes I'll have actually resharpened my own tips to get them thin enough to get myself a good burn line. See on the right hand side how I went from the bottom up. Now if you're left-handed, as I said, you're going to reverse that process. You'll do it opposite. Just about there. Notice I'm drawing it all the way out to the edge of the feather falling down on top of the other one. And there is the feather completed with the quill. Now we'll turn it over and I'll be burning the bottom side. I'll be burning the bottom side feathers exactly the same way as I did the top side. I'll burn in the quills and everything. When we get that done, we'll start on the wings.